Now this video is specifically for those of you who are new to Robinhood or maybe new to trading in general. So if you're a more experienced trader, this video might not be for you. This is going to be the first video in a series where I break down topics on the Robinhood platform and try to make them simple and easy to understand. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you don't currently use the Robinhood app and are thinking about signing up, I'm going to leave a link down in the description, which will get you between $5 and $200 in the stock of your choice. Also, just a quick side note before we begin, I'm doing this on a Saturday when the market's closed, just so the prices aren't fluctuating while I'm trying to explain things. With that out of the way, let's talk about market orders versus limit orders. So what is a market order? Well, it's basically you agreeing to buy a stock at the current price. So for the sake of this video, we're going to be taking a look at Ford because it's a low price stock with not a lot of volatility, and therefore it'll be easier to show you guys what I'm talking about throughout the video. So to make sure we have market order selected, we click the arrow in the top right hand corner of the page, and we're going to select buy order. Buy orders and market orders are basically the same thing and can be used interchangeably. The Robinhood app used to call them market orders, but now they call them buy orders. But again, they're the exact same thing. From there, we can enter how many shares we want, and in this case, we're going to use 1. Now, if we look right below where it says shares, we can see it says market price right here. And to the right of that, we can see the market price is currently $12.49. This means that if I click review order and submit, it's going to buy 1 share of Ford at the exact price it's at when I click that button, which again is currently $12.49. Now the drawback of this style of stock buying is that if the share price suddenly jumps 10 cents just a half a second before I click review order and submit, I'm going to be stuck buying a share at $12.59 instead of $12.49 like I intended to. Now I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, but this can be a huge problem for 2 reasons. The first being when you're buying higher price stocks, because they tend to have bigger and more unexpected price jumps. And secondly, when you're buying large quantities of shares at one time. So for example, if I was buying 1,000 shares of Ford right now instead of just 1, this could be the difference between a 10-cent loss and a $100 loss in just a matter of seconds. So how can we avoid this? Well, that's where limit orders come into play. We're going to go back up to the top right again, and we're going to click the drop down, and this time we're going to select limit orders. We're going to enter 1 share again, but this time we now have 2 new rows that appear, limit price and expires. So now in the limit price box, we can enter the exact price we're willing to pay per share. So in our case, let's say we want to buy 1 share at exactly $12.40. We would enter $12.40 in this box. Because it's a limit order, this time it means that when we click review order and submit, it won't go through unless the price drops to $12.40 or less. Now, I say less because in some cases you'll get really lucky and the price will jump a few cents lower than the limit price that you set, and your order to buy will be executed at an even better price. This is a much safer way to buy shares because we're able to pick the exact price we're willing to pay per share. Another cool thing that we could do with limit orders is if we take a look at the expires box, we have 2 options: good for day and good till canceled. Good for day means that we can submit this order to buy 1 share of Ford at $12.40, and it'll be active from the time you click submit until 4 p.m. of that trading day when the market closes. Even though the share price is currently above $12.40, the order will stay active just in case the price drops to or below our desired price throughout that trading day. If the price does drop to or below our set price during the day, the order will execute and buy 1 share at $12.40 or less, like I explained earlier. The same thing is true if we select good till canceled, except instead of staying active until 4 p.m. that day, it'll stay active for the next 90 days. This is good if you believe a stock might be overvalued and may be expected to drop in the coming months, and you're willing to wait. Same thing is true here, that if it does drop to or below your desired price from now throughout any point in the 90 days, it'll automatically execute the order without you having to do anything else. So what happens if the price never drops to or below our desired price? Well, in that case, the order to buy would expire at either 4 p.m. of that day or in 90 days, depending on what expiration type you chose, and nothing at all would happen. If that does happen, you would have to go back into the app and replace the limit order. One thing to remember when using limit orders is that the price you set will be removed from your buying power balance until the order either goes through or until it expires. So for example, if we place this limit order at $12.40 for 1 share, you would see your buying power decrease by $12.40 until either the buy goes through or until it expires. So the big question here is, why are limit orders useful? Well, for starters, you get to pick the exact price you want to buy at and avoid any sudden jumps in price. But the main reason I like to use them is so that I don't have to constantly be on my phone checking stock prices. I can pick the exact price I'm willing to pay, the quantity of shares I want, and then basically forget about it and let the app do the rest of the work. So if you're someone like me who values your time and money, then definitely give limit orders a try. So hopefully you guys were able to gain some value from this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I do post weekly fitness and finance content. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on future topics you want me to cover in this series. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.